Hi everyone, Pattaya Owl here, Swadikap, Sabaidi Mai, hope you're well. Well, it's time for another vlog, and this one is my midlife crisis. And it's fair to say I've either been going through one or I'm still in it, but I'm going to let you guys decide if I'm still in it through the actions I've actually taken and taking. Let's get into it. I was nearly 40. Right, as you may know, in the next few days, or well, the 18th of August, I'm leaving my 30s and I'm turning 40 years old. So this video is quite fitting for my midlife crisis. In fact, I saw a video this morning on Facebook saying I've done kind of 52% of my life. Brilliant. What I thought I'd do in this little fun vlog is basically share with you the last couple of years from 2023 to where we are today, which is August 2025. The decisions I've made within them 2 years, and I'll let you make your mind up if that is a midlife crisis. And please put your comments below. It might be it's just yes, definitely Owl, you're in a midlife crisis, or you might, some of the decisions you might think, you know what, they're not a midlife crisis decision. That's actually quite a cool decision. But yeah, your comments are key on this one. You might be thinking, why are you being so open, Owl? Well, I think it's a good getting to know you exercise. Don't forget the trip to Pattaya is coming up. In fact, it's about 7 weeks and so many days. Just on that first meetup night on the 3rd of October, Friday the 3rd of October, the Owl is going to be getting you some sausages to eat that evening. I'm either going to work with Rinda or I'll buy them from the pasty man. But either way, there'll be a few nibbles for us to have alongside our beer. So getting into the vlog, 2023, pretty bad decision really. I decided to buy a fancy car. I decided to buy a BMW M4, and throughout the vlog I might throw in a few pictures and videos along the way just to make it a little bit more interesting. But it was a very expensive M4 and I used it for a little bit, enjoyed it for about, I think it was 4 or 5 months, and then realised it wasn't the most practical car. And that car did cost a fair bit of money, and when I sold it I also lost a fair bit of money as well. So it was a stupid purchase really. I think if you're going to buy such a car, then you need to really get your years out of it to make it worth the while. So that was a poor purchase, and by now, or after this clip, I'll show you the car itself, and it was a beauty. You're wondering what I paid. I paid £36,000 for that, and I sold it for 30, losing 6 grand. Absolutely ridiculous. That £6,000 could have paid for an amazing trip to Pattaya. In fact, maybe 2 of them. So for me, the M4 decision in 2023 was the start of the midlife crisis. I think whenever you make a purchase of such significance, it's got to be the right car, it's got to be the right house, whatever it is. So yeah, that for me is part of the midlife crisis. But let me know in the comments, what would you have done? A, not bought it. B, bought it and kept it because it was a fun car, not to 60 in a few seconds. But round the roads of England, do you really need that power? What would you have done? Let me know. And then in June 2023, I get on the plane with Eva Air and make my first ever trip to Thailand and Pattaya. And this was the best holiday of my life. It was 2 weeks, few nights in Bangkok, the rest in Pattaya. It was all new, it was all exciting. Time went really quick. I didn't overspend. It came to about £3,000 for that trip, including flights and accommodation, and I had the time of my life. And that is where the Owl, I would say, was born. The channel didn't start then, but the seed had been dropped, and that's where I got the bug and the addiction started for Pattaya. Now, I don't include that one trip as part of my midlife crisis. That was just a holiday of a lifetime. And if for you guys who are watching who have not yet been to Pattaya or Thailand, maybe you're just a little bit anxious about booking that first trip or the thoughts of going on your own, trust me, you're not on your own for long, and I would say go for it. It's amazing. And then the midlife crisis kicked in again, and it was December, Christmas and New Year of 2023, and I've got the bug for Thailand, and I just couldn't wait. I couldn't wait until 2024 or 2025 I had to go for Christmas and New Year. Well, I didn't really have to go. Busy time, expensive time to go. I could have just held off, stayed at home, eaten some sprouts, and then gone in the new year. But no, I went, I paid over the odds for another 2-week holiday in Pattaya, Thailand for Christmas and New Year. And it was great, and it's fun, and it's busy, and everyone's dressed as Santa Claus, and it's a great time to go. But also it's expensive as well. And, I paid £1,800 for a direct flight with Thai Airways, and that is economy. And that is overpriced. Looking at it now, I just think to myself, what a waste of money. Bearing in mind these more recent flights for 2025, I am paying around £500-600 direct return. So 1,800 is completely inflated Thai Airways, and that was flying out. Christmas Eve. But you know what? I paid it. I did it. It was a great flight, but it was. I'll never ever pay that figure again. Mention the hotels. So instead of getting a hotel for £25-35 at say one of the LKs on Soy Diana, I was paying £50, £60, £70, £80 upwards. But you know what? It's the high season, and I accept the prices are going to be higher. It's busier, the demand is higher, so it is what it is, and it's up to you if you decide to pay them prices and go at that time. But there are benefits of going that time, but the downside is you pay a little bit more for it. And now we're into 2024, and I managed the whole year not going to Thailand. That's right. The owl stayed in England, knuckled down, earned money, and I had to after the ridiculous midlife crisis decisions of 2023. I did attempt to have some kind of relationship. I met a lady, we dated for 5-6 months, and that was lovely, but it wasn't meant to be, so I called that off. But we did manage to get a few cheeky, easy for me to say, cheeky trips away, including Blackpool, and that was an interesting one. If any of you guys are from Blackpool, I'm only playing around, I do actually like the place. Of course, I prefer Lytham St Anne's of somewhere to stay, but I've had some cracking stag do's in Blackpool over the years. Now into 2025. It's New Year's Day, and I wake up and I decide I want to start a YouTube channel. I've been watching Thai vloggers since about 2015 with legends such as Kevin Thailand, 20 Seconds in Thailand. I've been watching them all from the early days, 2015, I remember it very clearly. So I decided I want to be a Thailand vlogger, and I'm going to start a channel. But at this point, I've never done a full proper vlog. I didn't know how to edit. I'm still learning now, as you'll see from this vlog. So complete rookie, but I accepted that, and I spent my New Year's Day learning how to edit on the VN app on the mobile phone, because I thought to myself, the only way this is going to work is if I make it easy and simple. I don't want to be one of them people with a laptop with 100 hard drives having to do loads of editing in a condo or anything like that. I want to be able to take the video, edit it within the phone, and post it while drinking a cup of tea in the Robin Hood. Otherwise, it isn't going to work. And thankfully, the iPhone 15 Pro Max allows me to do all of that. I know I've got a DJI Pocket 3, but the file sizes on them are too big for the phone to handle, really. But I'm not going to go down the route of laptops and hard drives. So the iPhone 15 Pro Max, it is. And I believe some of the bigger YouTubers, like the Mac Master, he uses the iPhone Pro Max as well. So I'm not the only one. And this is where the channel starts. And if you go right back after this vlog to the very first vlog, it was around about the start of January where I booked the trip to Pattaya. The channel starts. And I don't see any of this as the midlife crisis at all, because I've been thinking of doing a YouTube channel for about the same time as I've been watching them guys in 2015. So yeah, much love on the YouTube side of things. Definitely not a midlife crisis. And yeah, and the rest is kind of history. It took off in January in that first trip of the year in 2025. And I would say after that holiday, because things really took off on the holiday. I mean, I was getting 10,000 views on a video, even though I had 300 subscribers. So they landed well. And that was just me having a brekkie. I think the midlife crisis then kicked when I came back, thinking I could actually move to Pattaya. And if you've not watched any of the old vlogs, around about the vlog where I say, should I, or I've quit my job to move to Pattaya, around about that time is probably where the midlife crisis revisited me and landed a punch, because let's face it, you can't retire to Pattaya without a regular income stream, ideally a pension, you know, a 25, 35, 40 grand pension paying you every month. So it was a ridiculous decision, but I've already done vlogs on my mistakes, what I've learnt, this, that and the other. I'm very open on this channel. Like I said, the good, the bad and the ugly. But it's all there for you to see. It's all there for you to see. Oh, as a lot of you guys know, I kept my house in England, I kept a car, and I packed and I went to Pattaya with the intentions of staying out there, earning money off YouTube, thinking that would be enough. But as the story unfolded, I spent way too much, didn't earn as much as I thought I would on YouTube. I mean, £1,000 is great, and I'm very grateful for that on a monthly basis. And that would have probably increased, let's face it. But it's still... there still would have been a deficit. So, yeah, that wasn't to be. It soon became clear a couple of months in, and I was able to come back into work and go again. And the reality of things now is that I need to stay over in England, earn money, and then do a number of trips every year to the best place in the world. I think the midlife crisis has finally come to a stop just in time for my 40th birthday. People might disagree, because I've got a trip to Pattaya coming up in October and another trip in January. As I see it through my lenses today, do not see that as a midlife crisis. I'm going to Pattaya because it's the best place in the world. I love making vlogs for you guys. I love going on holiday. That doesn't make it a midlife crisis, but let me know in the comments if you think any differently. I have my car, I have my motorbike. There's no more extravagant purchases. I've got everything I need. Just knuckle down and crack on, like I've been doing. I've been back in England a few months, just knuckling down and earning, and also thinking of Pattaya as well on a weekly basis and how I can get there on holiday. So I'd like to think my midlife crisis has come to an end a few days before I turn 40. But of course, if I feel it creeping back or any crazy decisions come to mind, I will share it with you guys, because who knows, what could it be? Could I get the urge to buy a boat? Could I get an urge to buy a bar in Pattaya and call it the Owl Bar? I just don't know, but I feel pretty stable at the moment. I feel like I've got my midlife crisis under control. Right, everyone, so if you enjoyed this little fun vlog, give us a thumbs up, share, comment. If you've not already, please subscribe. Your support means the world. And I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye, or as the Thais say, lag on.